So before we start the proceedings, and you all look gorgeous, by the way. All look stunning. Even you staff down the end, you look beautiful as well. We'll just start with a karakia. Kerry, if I can ask you to start us with a karakia, if that would be okay. Thank you very much.
Tēnā koutou katoa, no mai haere mai. We could all start with the school karakia if you'd like to eat too. Tōrani.
Ko maha, ka puta, ko rongo, ko tāne maruta, ko tangaroa, ko tūmataunga, ko homi e tiki, ko tāwhiri mātia, tōna atirangi ki rona, ko papa ki raro, ka puta te e tangata, ki te whaia ki te aromarama, e rongo ki eo ki rona, tūtu o ka maua kia tina, hui e tāi here.
Coming here. Thank you for dressing up so beautifully, all you young men and women. We just want to start with a few thank yous because obviously to make this day happen, people have done some work behind the scenes. So Mr. Watt, just give him a wave. Mr. Watt, if you're watching anywhere, just like to say a huge thank you because without him this wouldn't happen. I'd like to thank Vicky for putting together all the bags of goodies that you're going to be having. Also like to thank Mr. Bedford for doing the filming. I'd like to thank the Year 12 prefects who were all in here like little elves this morning. They were setting up all this for you, for the seniors, so they put all this together for you, so that was really good of them. Sarah Roberts, I'd like to thank her for putting her magic over their tables, and also Soul Kitchen because they're going to be providing the tucker. So thank you to all of those people. Chantal, I'd also like to thank for, as you can see, she sprinkled a little bit of a floristic, is that even a word? I just made it up. Floral magic, okay, to make it a little special. So how this is going to run, we're going to get you up in groups of 5, in your mentor groups. We're just going to separate them in groups of 5 because we want you spaced out so we can film you, so you can go home and watch this again and again and relive those wonderful last moments of Opunake High School. So what we'll do, we'll get you up in groups and then your mentors will say something relevant about you. It may be nice, it may not be, depending on whether you've got a bad. I don't know, I can't make a call. So they'll have a little chat, they'll shake your hand, they'll give you a little goodie bag, you'll sit back down and we'll all say how wonderful you are. Just so you know, in case of a fire, the exits are there, and there. Don't panic, I'll be the first one out the door. I just want to clarify that. So, all good with that. Now, I'm just checking, this is what Watty gave me. This scrawl, as he said, is handwritten notes. So I'm just checking I've covered everything. So we'll have a few of the mentors giving some gifts, saying some wonderful things about you. Then we'll stop, have some kai, then we'll have a few more wonderful statements, then we'll have some more kai. How does that sound? All good?
It does each one, man.
It does. Do you know what? I like the plan.
Yeah,
I do.
I like it too.
Good. Awesome. So as I've got one person on board, I know I'm heading in the right direction. Okay, so we shall start off with any mentor particularly wanting to start with their first group of 5. Kerry's got a hand up.
5.
Kerry's got, so we're going to do it in groups of 5 just as we can film it. So Kerry, if you'd like to come up here. And are we ready with those pieces of coal for all those naughty balls?
Alright. Tēnā koutou katoa, it's been an absolute privilege to be associated with Whānau Tāwhina this year. I returned after a little stint with Remu for 5 years, so I didn't know the Year 13s, my whānau class, before this year really, and it was lovely to get to know them, and they taught me so much more about the culture here in Whānau Āwhina and our kura, so I really appreciated that. Thank you, especially Wai and Sean. But I'm going to talk about Wai first. So Wai has attained academic success at our kura. She was really strong in te reo Māori and kapahaka and anything mātauranga Māori. Wai was our go-to girl, and she showed us the mana and the kaha that she has got when at our final at the senior prize giving when the juniors did the haka to all year 13s, and I saw Y standing there doing the haka back, and I just was like in awe of the mana that she displayed. She's a very independent young lady, and wahine toa to, she's the epitome of wahine toa. So she was awesome with our junior students in whānau āwhina, and I just want to wish you all the best and thank you for the contribution that you made to our kura over the last 3 years that you were here at our school, and just wish you nothing but the best. Put you here, and if you don't want to hold it, So unfortunately, some of our students aren't here today, but we are very, very lucky to be in the presence of the ones that are. So I've got Paige next, and Paige was a very quiet one, and at the beginning of the year, her and Sydney and Danielle, I hardly got a boo out of them. But then towards the end of the year, I watched their friendship establish, and they became comfortable in our whānau class, and just listening to them talking about what they've been doing at the weekends and the things that they, got up to, and just listening to them laugh and talk was just, it was just lovely to see. Paige has taken her learning with a responsibility, and she's very capable. She's been actively involved in a variety of things for whānau āwhina as well, and she was at Kairahi. She worked well and showed that with the peer support program and the year 9s, and we appreciated your support with that. It helped our whānau get closer together, and the mana that you showed helped uplift the mana of our hapu. So the academic success that you've achieved is because of all the hard work that you put into, so you should be really proud of that. So I just wish you all the best in whatever career you decide to follow.
Cut that bit.
So Storm was our little bubbly, happy member of our whānau. She always had looked lovely, and she also had something fun and uplifting to say when the group was really, really quiet, which I appreciated. Whether it was just something silly or something funny or something that she didn't mean to, it was nice to have her in there. Because it was really, really quiet. Honestly, some of these guys hardly even said boo. So to try and prize anything out of them, it was hard, and Storm certainly made that easier for me. Thank you. She's well liked and respected by her peers. She thrives in a team environment and has really good communication and organisational skills. She was part of the Relay for Life over the last few years, and she also played netball the whole time you were at school, and the last 2 years in the senior B team. So that was awesome. Storm has done well with the Gateway and Hospitality classes. So maybe that's the career pathway that she's going down, but she'll let us know that afterwards. So congratulations, Storm, and all the best with whatever you decide to do for your future. Here's a little gift. Thank you very much. Reese is hiding around the corner, and I was fortunate enough to work with Reese on the taonga that presented itself to our hapu in October, and I just watched this young man in the setting of working with other growing men, and Reese thrived in that environment, and he was just amazing. It didn't matter what job needed to be done, Reese was there and he was doing it. And his main contribution to our school has been part of the tiny homes, where he has really enjoyed that program, and he's proven to be reliable and often demonstrates the Kura's dream values. So whatever you decide to do, Reese, just know that mahi that you did for the tōkora was really appreciated, and it gave you the skills that you would be able to take to any job that you choose to do. So thank you for that, and all the best. Awesome. And they're all hiding around the corner. And last but not least is Jasmine. So Jasmine started off at our school, and then she went away for a little while, and then she came back. So she spent a placement briefly. It was organised at the Opunake kindergarten, and she has grown in confidence, and she's an open-minded, pleasant young lady. She likes to work on the farm. So not sure whether she's going to end up working with animals or little children. And the movie industry, they say that they're the worst things to work with. So it might just be on the farm. So it's been a pleasure of being associated with you, and we here at Opunake High School wish you all the best. Well, come and tell us. So Storm, I told you that they were very quiet and quite shy, but Storm's going to PINS next year in New Plymouth, and going to follow her dream of hospitality. What are you doing? What are you doing next year? Have you got Reese? Come forward, please. Paige, what are you going to do next year?
Just going to work this year and then hopefully decide on something for next year.
Awesome. Jasmine? What are you going to do next year? Wise applied for a summer job, and then she's looking at maybe doing early childhood with Mātua John. All right. And Jasmine thinks that she might work on the farm. So that's us, whānau āwhina. Thank you.
Whereabouts are you heading to next year, Kai?
I will be going to work next year, doing my mechanicals.
Awesome. Cool. Any other plans?
No, not really.
Yeah, what?
No, not really thinking ahead. Just one step at a time.
Awesome. Cool. Because the end goal is kind of the police force, eh?
Yeah. I'm still looking for it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. I've got a general speech to do, but I'll just do quickly. So I've got a poem for all you guys, and it's very nav. But thanks to Miss Thompson, because she gave me the idea, not that nav part, but she gave me the format for the idea. So Corin Jones, D is for dangerous during a rugby match, R is for respected as deputy head boy and rugby captain of this patch, E is for energetic at home on the farm, A is for awesome, you're always ready to grow, M is for the morals we always see you show, S is for sporty and the effort you put in, I'll miss your height and that incredible grin. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck, Ty.
Cheers.
Oh, that's really
I've just got a brief speech to do because I wanted to acknowledge your whānau who aren't here today, so just bear with me while I do the speech and then we'll go back to the math poems. Ko Taranaki tōku maunga, ko Avon tōku awa, ko Hopting tōku waka, no Stratford aho, ke Opunake kainga e nānei, ko Engelbretson tōku whānau. Ko Chris tōku tānei, ko Luke, rau ko Les, rau ko Hopi, rau ko Joel, rau ko Olivia, rau ko Anderson tōku tamariki, ko Anne tōku ingoa, dino rera, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou koutou. Kia ora everyone, and it's a pleasure to be here today, farewelling my beloved whānau KAE. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge all of your whānau, parents, caregivers and siblings that I've had the pleasure to meet and work with to support you all in your education over the past 5 years. I'm not going to cry. Education is a partnership and it's primarily due to their support, aroha and mahi that has enabled you to complete your education and now graduate as year 13. So my aroha goes out to your whānau and like you, I wish they were all here to support and celebrate with us today. The last 2 years of your education has been a challenge. However, what distinguishes you as adults is your ability to adapt. So it's testament to the wonderful young people you are that you face cancellations, postponements, lockdowns, the ever-changing alert levels and the impact of this on your sporting, educational and social lives with dexterity, grace and mana. Change is really the only absolute we as humanity can rely on, and you've already proven yourselves to be strong and resilient in the face of upheaval, and I commend and art for you all for the strength you've shown. KAE has expanded over the past few years, so I was thinking much like my waistline, to include R&W and KMH, and it's been wonderful to get to know my new additions over this time. While I think of you as a whānau, the idea of leadership comes to mind. Not only do we have 2021's head boy, head girl, deputies, a raft of prefects and individuals who are all leaders in your own right. I'm so immensely proud of you all, and it's been a great joy and privilege to serve as your mentor and your whānau mum over the past few years. I look for quotes and poems and songs to impart some words of wisdom before you venture onto your next stage of your life journey, and then it dawned on me that all the values you'll ever need you already know so well in our dreams. So, be diligent, be on time, do your best. Show respect to every person you meet, and most importantly to yourself. Exceed your own expectations. Don't be afraid to aim high, stick your head above the crowd, be the tall poppy, the medium poppy, or maybe even the short poppy. Show aroha. This could be a smile, a helping hand, and if you have a choice, choose to be kind. Have mana. Carry yourself with pride. Be confident in who you are, where you're from, and what you stand for. Aim to raise the mana on all those around you. Sustain all of these values in your life, your work, your relationships, and always walk gently on the earth as your future will soon be in your hands. So, be the change makers, the risk takers, the movers and shakers, the history makers. Thank you for teaching me more than I could ever taught you. Go out and be awesome. Kia kaha, kia mai, kia mana no. Thank you. And if Cookie wants to jump in, then we can swap it up, change it up between. So what do you want to do next year?
I'm doing some work, but I am still hoping to work for art design.
Yeah, that's the longer term plan, eh?
Yeah, long term, but short term is work.
Awesome. Okay, now for your poem. D is for dignified, you hold your head high. R is for radiant, your smile lights up the sky. E is for endearing, you're ever so sweet. A is for artistic, Catherine, you're neat. M is for mature, you're honest and careful. S is for special, may you keep being cheerful. Cool. Next year?
Still figuring it out.
Awesome. So the stock it's never changed. Pretty awesome to have you in history, just not teaching you. Okay, D is for dedicated as you pursue your musical feats. R is for the rhapsodic rhythm of your drum and bass beats. E is for the energy music brings you. A is for the artistic side of what you do. M is for music, your life, and how you roll. S is for the swashbuckling cowboy that lives in your soul. Mr. Burton, next year.
I'm going to work towards the business degree.
Awesome, working hard in the meantime.
Yeah.
Okay, D is for dynamic, as head boy you see. R is for the respect you earn as basketball referee. E is for eloquent, as you represent us on the BOT. A is for being accomplished in sport and in school. M is for being a man of mama and eminently cool. S is for Superman, you've given your all to this career, and I wish you all the best. May your future be sure. Lizzie, next year.
Go to one school and study arts and business.
Awesome. Okay, D is for dedicated, for trying to improve, and D is for daughter, obviously, when you move. R is for resolute, when you take a stance, you stay in your groove. E is for exceptional, when you give things your all. A is for ascendant, as your confidence is now growing. M is for multifaceted, for the skills you're now showing. S is for sweet, in all you do. Work hard, stay on track, I'll sure miss you. Did you guys want a break?
I'm crying my eyes out down here.
Thanks, Miss.
Thank you guys. Next school we got Joe, Sinead, Christelle, Juliette, Rosso, Julie, and Jasmine. Next year?
Headed into BC, did a Bachelor of Engineering with honours in Mechatronics.
Awesome. Okay, D is for decent, as you help old ladies when they fall. R is for reliable, as captain of the volleyball. E is for edified, as you know more than you lead on it. A is for ambitious, as you study mechatronics. M is for mentally, as you thrive in mathematical sussin. S is for super duper, you are bussin' bussin'.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just working and having some fun before next year, and then I'll go do something.
Yeah, good for you. D is for delightful, you brighten my day. R is for reliable, at work and at play. E is for Epicurean, you make some food. A is for artistic, and for that beautiful tattoo. M is for mindful, you care deeply for friends. S is for a sparkling future at the end. Christelle, next year.
Going to Waikato University.
Studying
Bachelor of Arts in English and History.
best degree you could possibly ever do. So, D is for designer and all your cool clothes. R is for remarkable, for the languages you know. E is for the ethics I know you hold dear. A is for your altruism and your listening ear. M is for marvellous, what will you retrieve? S is for sassy, we'll miss you as you leave. Awesome. Desmond, go.
Sorry.
Next year.
I'm going to Massey in Palmerston to study Bachelor of Arts majoring in Education and Management.
Awesome, the perfect degree. Yeah. Okay, bear with. D is for drama queen. R is for reliable, you keep upping that bar. E is for enthusiasm that is positively unbound. A is for audacious, with an opinion you have found. Or even adopting a new school you've got your head around. M is for motivation, you are defined by this trait. S is for superwoman. I don't know you know you got this, mate. Should we keep moving on?
Awesome.
Gina, Cameron, Crunchy, there's an So Gina, next year, awesome, cool. D is for dauntless when you face an uphill battle. R is for resilient as you seldom get rattled. E is for extraordinary in your abilities. A is for your amusing agilities. M is for medicine, you're studying in the city. S is for stellar, shoot for the stars, keep faith in yourself as I know you go far. Awesome. Cameron, next year.
Going to Opunake University to study law.
Awesome. D is for driven, you will reach your goals. R is for responsible, you work very hard. E is for equals, the law you will guard. A is for amazingly kind to everyone you meet. M is for managerial, you are organised and defended. S is for your future, I'm sure will be splendid. Roger.
What's that? No,
Working on the farm,
Yeah.
that's awesome. All right, D is for debonair, you remind me of a knight in shining armour. R is for resourceful, essential in a farmer. E is for even-tempered, as you're always so kind. A is for admirable, you have others' needs in mind. M is for merry, you're always happy and funny. S is for Sean, may your future be sunny.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lucky last.
Yeah.
Next year, Madeline.
Oh yeah, heading down to Otago and doing health science first year.
Awesome, cool. Sweet Madeline, D is for divine. R is for revered, as if you're with peers. And singer at Rockquest, did you hear those cheers? E is for the excellence grades you attain. A is for articulate, you're writing rules that roll to you. M is for multi-talented, musical, magnificent in all that you do. S is for steadfast, you've put your heart into this place. Thank you for your service, which sure it is. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you all.
Almost escaped. To our mum that we love very much. We've got you a little gift just to say thank you so much for everything you've done for us. I know our schools have relied on you a lot and you've been a great female figure for us.
Thank you so much. That is so beautiful.
How many hands you've got? Well, yeah, so sort of like, I guess on behalf of us boys like me and Joe as well, you know, sort of just keeping us in line and keeping us on the straight and narrow and sort of encouraging us to sort of push ourselves has been really valuable for us and yeah, been a great mentor, so thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
5 years and things like that. But to my particular whānau, I think you can remember when you came in as year 9s, we were in the film room, and much like Annie, I've got a daughter that's just done year 13, so sort of understood what people were going through and what you were going through. I don't know that I've been your dad. I don't think, well, I know I haven't been your pervy uncle. I know that, but you've 5 years is a long time in your fella's life. It's in between a third and a quarter, and it's not well, it's a tenth of mine. Okay, and when you're looking like that, they are all long periods of time. So what I've actually got, it's been done ad nauseum. Slow that down for you, Barry.
Thanks.
Okay, what I mean is it's certainly not, they're certainly not my words. Some of us will have heard it many times at farewells and things like that. Some of you may not have, but it's actually reasonably good advice. So it's a bit of a bedtime story. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2021, wear sunscreen. If I could offer you only one tip for the future, sunscreen would be it. The long-term benefits of sunscreen have been proved by scientists, whereas the rest of this advice has no basis more reliable than my own meandering experience. I will dispense this advice now. Enjoy the power and beauty of your youth. Never mind. You will not understand the power and beauty of your youth until they have faded. But trust me, in 20 years you'll look back at photos of yourself and recall in a way you can't grasp now how much possibility lay before you and how fabulous you really looked as you do now. You are not as fat as you imagine. Don't worry about the future, or worry about it, but know that worrying is as effective as trying to solve an algebra equation by chewing bubblegum. The real troubles in your life are apt to be those things that never cross your worried mind, the kind that blindside you at 4 a.m. on some idle Tuesday morning. Do one thing every day that scares you. Sing. Don't be reckless with other people's hearts. Don't put up with people that are reckless with yours. Floss. Don't waste your time on jealousy. Sometimes you're ahead, sometimes you're behind. The race is long, and in the end, it's only with yourself. Remember the compliments you receive. Forget the insults. If you succeed in doing this, tell me how you do it. Keep your old love letters. Throw away your old bank statements. Stretch. Don't feel guilty if you don't know what you want to do with your life. The most interesting people I know didn't know at 22 what they wanted to do with their lives. Some of the most interesting 50-year-olds I know still don't. Get plenty of calcium. Be kind to your knees. You'll miss them when they're gone. Maybe you'll marry, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll have children, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll divorce at 40. Maybe you'll dance the funky chicken on your 75th wedding anniversary. Whatever you do, don't congratulate yourself too much or berate yourself either. Your choices are half chance, so are everybody else's. Enjoy your body. Use it every way you can. Don't be afraid of it or what other people think of it. It's the greatest instrument you'll ever own. Dance, even if you have nowhere to do it but your own living room. Read the directions even if you don't follow them. Do not read beauty magazines, they will only make you feel ugly. Get to know your parents, you never know when they'll be gone for good. Be nice to your siblings, they are the best link to your past and the people most likely to stick with you in the future. Understand that friends come and go, but for the precious few, you should hold on. Work hard to bridge the gaps in geography and lifestyle, because the older you get, the more you need the people you knew when you were young. Live in a rough city once, but leave before it makes you hard. Live in an easy city once, but leave before it makes you soft. Travel. There are certain inalienable truths. Prices will rise, politicians will philander, you too will get old, and when you do, you'll fantasise that when you were young, prices were reasonable, politicians were noble, and children respected their elders. Respect your elders. Don't expect anyone else to support you. Maybe you have a trust fund. Maybe you have a wealthy spouse, but you never know when either one might run out. Don't mess too much with your hair, or by the time you're 50, it will look 85. Be careful whose advice you buy, but be patient with those who supply it. Advice is a form of nostalgia. Dispensing is a way of fishing the past from its disposal, wiping it off, painting over the ugly parts, and recycling for more than it's worth. But trust me on that sunscreen. Thank you, guys. Okay, so who are our first five? We've got the two that have got to leave pretty quickly for work. So we'll go with Glenn now. So all I'm going to do is present and ask you guys to say a little bit about what's going on for you in the future, mate. Thanks very much.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna be working in the farm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the same as Glenn.
be on the dole. Yeah.
Oscar.
Yeah, either a burst or a sparky.
Ella. And she's going to be back here in 4 years teaching there.
Plans have changed a little bit.
Oh God.
I'm just going to work for a year until I fully figure out what I'm going to do.
Sweet. Hey.
So I'm going to be working on the corner. No, I'm going to be working up the mountain.
So you'll be on the dole then?
Yeah.
Now, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? Because it sounds really interesting.
Working up the mountain. So, you know, Holly Hut?
Yeah.
Big long track, old stairs on it. We just take the stairs out and replace them.
David.
I'm going to be building in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go to Victoria to study cultural anthropology and art history.
And Elizabeth texted last night, she's a little bit prop. And thank you very much.
I would just like to thank you for, you know, all you did for us and TAC and taking me in at the start of the year. Appreciate it a lot, Cookie.
Nice. We just put together a little gift package.
Oh, that's lovely.
To say thanks for this being a wonderful friend and mentor over the past 5 years. Elizabeth, so thanks, Elizabeth.
Well, these are fantastic, guys. I love these. Look at that.
Would anybody else like to say anything before we wrap up the speeches? Anybody feels they want to say anything, acknowledge anything, teachers, students?
I'm just disappointed nobody's asked me what I'm doing next
No,
year.
what are you going to do next? So open to the floor. Don't all rush at once. No. All good? You just want your dessert. You want to get out of the way so we get this sorted. So I'll be quick because all the beautiful words have been said. Life isn't a problem to be solved. It's a journey. What it is, it's a journey to engage and realise. Every moment you have is special. One day you won't exist. So make the most of this existence, this reality, and make it your reality. You can change your reality by the way you think. You can absolutely change it. So, if you don't like your reality, start thinking of the one you want, and it will become the one you want. If you love your reality, enhance it, embrace it, live it, because one day you move on. Thank you for making our realities lovely. Each and every one of you is special, is loved, and we'll miss you next year. We will. Suddenly you just haven't got this group of people, and you're really quite aware of it in the school. We'll miss you. Then by week 2 we will have forgotten and gone to the movie. But we will miss you, and thank you for being a wonderful year group. Thank you. You have all been truly awesome. Okay. To parents out there, I'm so sorry you can't be here, but we are feeling the emotion that hopefully you can sense in you. So thank you everybody. Kia kaha. Go well.